Today, I'd like to talk about how kids between the ages 6 and 11 aren't ready to have their own cell phones. Most would say that this young generation has grown up with the advancing technology, but that doesn't automatically mean that they are ready to have it. The age-old question had always been, should kids in this age group have their own cell phones? But the question is now, when should they get this cell phone, not should, according to Discovery News. And psychology professor Patricia Greenfield answers this in New York Times by stating you should wait as long as possible to maintain so you can maintain the parent-child communication. And what she means is once your child in this age group gets their cell phone, you're going to lose communication with them, and that could be very detrimental to their development in this age group. And unfortunately, more and more kids of this age are getting their own cell phones. In 2009, a MediaMark study shown by Tom's Gadgets reveals that 20% of this age group have their own cell phone, which is a big leap from 2005 study, which showed only 11.5% of this age group owning cell phones. And from the 2009 study, the 10 to 11-year-old age group, 36% had their own cell phones, and in a recent 2012 study from Harvard Business Review, 50% of the same age group have their own cell phone. And even more, there's a new age group added to this study, which is 2 to 5-year-olds having their own cell phones, which is pretty ridiculous. And with these growing statistics, professionals have cautioned parents about purchasing cell phones for their young children. For example, Ruth Peters, a child psychologist in Florida, expressed in the New York Times that most children are not ready for their own cell phone until they reach around 12 to 14 when they're in middle school. Her reasoning being, kids in this age are starting to gain more independence with after-school activities like being on the soccer team or going with friends to their house. And whereas kids from 6 to around 10, 11 don't really have that independence. So it's not necessary for them to have these cell phones. And even more kids have been reporting that they don't know how they feel until they put it down in text. And that was reported in the Harvard Business Review. And with all this said, this evidence convinces me that kids within the 6 to 11 age group are simply not ready to have their own cell phones.
Knock back.
I'm not going to buy my cell phone to be 21.